welcome again to Ed's Orchids. There hasn't much changed since I last put a video on. It's, you know, I haven't got the abundance of plants that a lot of people have got, and I'm mainly Paphs and Frags. So the only thing I can do for you is to show you the state of the Paphs at the moment and the Frags. So if you bear with me, that's what I'll do. Thank you. Well, I've got two Paphs here just coming into spike. They're a little late, I don't know why. They should have been spiking sort of 5 or 6 weeks ago, but nevertheless they're spiking. This one is Paph since within, and you can see that it's spiking from there. I hope you can see that. It's a lovely plant. It's a big plant is this, with many growths on it, and it should be beautiful in again in another 5 or 6 weeks. That's Paph since within, and then this one is doing very well. This is spiking nicely. There we are. You see that? That's a Paphiopedilum moustache. I think it'd be better if I got the camera. Now the first one I'd like to show you is this Paph since within. It's a 6th growth plant and doing okay. It's not doing too bad, and it's coming into spike. It did flower last year. I think it was this one or another one I've got, and here it's coming into spike again. There we are. I just moved this leaf and you can see. There we are. That's coming into spike. Paph since within. It takes a long time, but once they start growing these spikes and showing through, they grow quite fast. That's Paphiopedilum since within. Paphiopedilum moustache, and it's a cross between since within and Philippinense. Here we are, there's the label. You can see it. There we are. And this started showing, and it's growing very, very rapidly at the moment. So that should be nice in a few weeks' time. That's Paphiopedilum moustache. And then we've got this Paphiopedilum Berenice, which has been in flower quite a few weeks now. Well, probably a couple of months. Doesn't look like it's going to pack up at all. Don't look like it's going to wither. The flowers don't look like they're going to drop off or anything, and it's doing okay. There's the plant. Plenty of new little growths coming up round the bottom. Do you know, I tend to look with my eyes and not with the camera when I'm photographing, and I'm sure most of you do this as well. So there's the growths round the bottom, quite a few of them too. So that's another one that should be nice again next year. Now this is one I may have shown you before, I don't know, but it's doing very well. One new growth there, 2 more little growths coming up there, and I think there's one round the back. But the flowers are quickly developing into a favourite of mine. There's a cross between Chamberlainianum and Prince Edward of York. Some beautiful colours, especially on the pouch. There they are. Doing very nicely indeed. Paphiopedilum, it's called Corolla Ordenauer. One I think you'll all like. It's Paphiopedilum Rothschildianum. This is a very small plant, only 34 centimetres of leaf span, which is probably less than half of what they do get to. And I think it's in the breeding of this, but I think if I could breed a lot of these plants, then they'd sell like hotcakes at this size. So that's Paphiopedilum Rothschildianum. Oh, and it's got 3 blooms on it as well. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. This has got plenty of new growth on it, so plenty of old growth as well. And this is the second time of flowering. The first time it flowered, it was last year, and it had 2 flowers on, and this year it's got 3. So I'm very pleased about that, and I hope it continues to look as nice as it does now. Well, that's it for the Paphiopedilums, and I've only got one Phragmipedium in flower, and it's my old favourite, Andean Fire. It's been in flower for months. This flowers keep dropping off and it keeps producing more. This is one of the stems. 2 flowers open and 2 buds there. And this is the other one. 2 buds and 2 flowers there. Andean Fire. Well, lovely plant. Big plant too. Long spikes. Oh no, I've still got another Paphiopedilum. This is still going strong, this barbatum. In fact, it won a ribbon last week down in the Midlands. I was pleased to say. Paphiopedilum barbatum. Now this is the Oncidium flexuosum, which has the long spike, and it's just coming into full bloom now. So not my type of flower, but very nice. And it started spiking, well, last year, and as a result it's just coming out now mid-May. That's Oncidium flexuosum. Mounted plant. There we are. Just hang it up again and see if I can stop banging the plant around. You know, I could show you more frags and more paths, but who wants to have a look at just the leaves? You know, there's plenty of them, but just the leaves, and I don't know whether people like looking at those or not. These are all Phragmipediums. They all seem to be doing quite well. There we are, that's a better view. Then we get the multifloral paths. Like I've got a bit of room for some more there. Multiflorals and still multiflorals down here. Some of which should be spiking now but aren't. Well, I think that's about all for now, so thank you for watching. Hope I haven't bored anyone, and hope everyone's okay and the plants are flowering well. So until next time, thank you for watching. Bye.